Hello, everybody. This is White Tea Poison. I'm back. I know this happens every once in a while. I'm gonna try to be more consistent. I don't know how I'm gonna be at that. Life's kind of busy for me right now, but I want to be able to make YouTube videos. I know this is like not what I normally made, but here we are. Magic the Gathering. I love Magic the Gathering. I loved Magic the Gathering when I was making videos before. I just didn't make any content around it because I don't think I'm very good. Doesn't matter. We're gonna use this time to just chat because it's the end of the year. You know, we're having a good time. Yeah. Last time I uploaded wasn't until what do you call it? When I was doing Gaming Buddies, my little podcast. I know I did like 1 or 2 episodes, so it wasn't a whole lot. But I want to get that started up again. We're going to. I just don't know when. So just be patient with that. But here I am. We're going to do some. What do you call it? Some. Magic the Gathering stuff. And we're gonna talk. I just want to talk about my year as far as video games are concerned. I would have liked to do what do you call it? Podcast type thing, but to be honest, like I said, life is a little hectic at the moment, so I just don't think I have time for myself to do it, my wife to do it, and also for Random to do it. We might have somebody else joining for his Gaming Buddies in the future. I'm not really sure. But regardless, here we are. We're about to lose this already. So, wonderful. This is just one of those cases where things aren't going to go well for me. We're pretty much just going to play until I'm done with my daily type things. So once that's done, we'll cut the video, I guess. But anyway, a lot of good video games came out this year. Switch 2 came out this year. You guys all know that if you guys are watching this. Or maybe you do. At least at the time of the recording. You know, it's been out. I managed to get my hands on one. And it was... I like it. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. I know there's kind of a lot of mixed feelings about the whole thing. But I like the Switch 2. I play it a lot. It's honestly my most played console at the moment. I have a PlayStation 5 and I have an Xbox Series S. And obviously this PC that I'm playing Magic the Gathering on. By the way, that was terrible, right? Holy moly. But I love it. I know that you could play this game on a bunch of other things, but I've been playing a lot of Sea of Stars on my Switch 2, and it's cool. I can lay down in bed and play it. Again, I know you can do that with a Steam Deck and stuff like that, but I had a Switch 2. I can play Nintendo games on it. I can play indie games on it. It's cool. I like it a lot. But let me see. I actually have my list up right now of the games that I've played this year. And I have played 10, 11, 12. I've played and beat 12 games this year. So yeah, there's that. Hold on. Gotta use all my brain power sometimes, which is surprising because I don't feel like this. I should. I've done this so many times. Anyway, I think I'll just end up going from not like what I played the most recent or anything like that, but I think I'd much rather just go in the manner of what has been played, like my lowest rated games that I've played this year up to my highest rated games that I've played this year, you know? I think is how I much rather do it. So, God, today's not a good day. We won't go with this. Let's see. So my lowest would be my fifth game that I played this year. And that would happen to be... how do I want to do this? Give me a second. That'll be easy. Longest game I played this year is Princess Peach Showtime. Is that like a conventional game to be played? No. I actually played it because I have two daughters, and one of them is getting relatively into video games. She kind of ebbs and flows with video games. She really only plays Roblox and Minecraft, which I'm sure is common for most kids, right? But I'm trying to get her into like more, I don't want to say traditional games, but just other games outside of those two games. So, Princess Peach Showtime is something that I had played and showed her and stuff like that. She's trying to beat her on her own now. And she struggles, but that's okay. I try to tell her to persist. Anyway, I gave that game a 6 out of 10. I had a good time with the game. I didn't have the best time. The game is clearly not made for me. I'm an experienced player of video games, and I've been playing for as long as I can form memories, really. Probably even a little bit before that. I've been playing a long time. But I don't think it was a bad game. I think it was an enjoyable game. I had a good time with it. Again, not the best thing, but that's all right. So, yeah, I would put that there. Let's see. What would be my next one? I guess I'll have to figure out how to place the next two. So I'll just do them. I'll do Dante's Inferno first. So I played Dante's Inferno this year. An Xbox 360 game. At least that's where I had played it. I don't remember if it came out on PlayStation 3, but I played it on Xbox 360 when I was a kid. And I know that game gets a lot of flack because of like its obvious copied influences and stuff like that. But if I'm honest with you, I like the game a lot. I prefer it over the older God of War games. That's obviously a personal thing and not a universal thing. But I like it a lot. This time, however, playing it, I have come to realize how what would you call it? How I'm trying to figure out how you would call this. So I know what to call it. It's just my brain is all foggy from trying to play and talk at the same time. Cause my brain can't handle that. Oh, I did not know that. And destroys. vehicles. I did not know that. That's good to know. That is good to know. Oh, cool. 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 Anyway, Dante's Inferno, as I've been trying to say, I don't know if I should play that or if I should just hold it. The problem is I'm running out of cards quickly. We'll do that, I guess. I've realized that the last portion of the game, or you're like doing trials and stuff, is not like a very enjoyable part of the game. That part of the game is very, very flawed. Obviously, that's all subjective and whatnot, but yeah, if you ask me, not very enjoyable. I feel like I want to go Elegy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what we do. Okay. Yeah, so I ended up giving that game a 7 out of 10. I still like it. But that latter portion of the trials at the end, like really knocked the wind out of me. When I played it this year. What was my other one? Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. I had a good time with it. I gave this one a 7 out of 10 as well. It was cool. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not as hot on it as it seems like a lot of other people were. Just to be completely honest. Which I think is fine. Again, I had a good time. It was a nice little short experience. No, I did not do it on more than one difficulty or anything like that. I just kind of just did its base thing and kind of just left it at that. But I think that was fine. I think that was pretty much what I wanted to get out of it. I had a good time, like I said. So, yeah. Combat was fun. The way that you combated things and did all kinds of things. Bosses were fun. I had one of the bosses. I don't remember which one, because I don't remember the game super well anymore. But I had one of the bosses freak out on me. Like it just glitched out, bugged out, and just absolutely didn't move even when I was hitting it. So it made one of the bosses really easy, and I was having a little bit of a hard time with it. But yeah, it just didn't move. It just stood there, and no matter how many times I hit it, it didn't move. So I just killed it that way. Appa, huh? Interesting. Cool. I guess that'll be what we do, right? We do this. And then if I do this, I'll do that. Yeah. See, this makes the most sense. Exile things, I'll get right back to it. Especially because I got to decide, because that was my 7 out of 10s for this year. And I have a lot of 8 out of 10s that I'm going to have to decide how I want to talk about them. Okay, things are going well this time. I'll just start from top to bottom with the 8 out of 10s, I guess. The first one I'll talk about is, what do you call that game? I just talked about that. Breakout Beyond. Is this a game that's going to be on everybody's radar? Definitely not, man. Definitely not. But as a kid, I grew up with what do you call them? With Game Boy Advance SP. That what do you call it? I don't remember if it was Game Boy Advance SP or a DS that could just play Game Boy Advance games. I don't remember which one it was. And either way, the point is that I had this game system, this handheld, and I bought a game when I was a kid. Oop, took the win on that one. I bought this game. I should say my parents bought me this game from the swap meet. Traded in a few games for it. And we bought this game. And this game had like 100 and some. I think it was like 100 games or something like that on this one cartridge. But all of the games were like arcade games. Stuff like Paperboy, Asteroids, Skate or Die, this marble game where you're supposed to, like, it might just be called Marble, but you're supposed to like guard a marble through a level. You drop it from too high, it just kind of breaks. All kinds of different games like this. So I grew up as a kid playing a lot of these arcade games, even though I am younger than the heyday of the arcade era, you know? So Breakout Beyond is like an Arkanoid Breakout type game, and it just came out this year, earlier this year. And it's very simple. You're just playing through levels, and you're trying to break the blocks and break through the barrier of blocks, and that's how you beat the level. There isn't a lot more to that game other than that, and that's what I did, and I had an absolute blast playing that. I had such an amazing time playing that game. Like, I really couldn't. Excuse me, there's like this whole cough thing going around, and I've recovered from it, but I have this lingering cough. Anyway, oh my gosh, man! Like I could not believe how much fun I had with that game. Again, it's hard to really talk about because of the fact that the game is so simple. But at the time, it just truly was the most fun I was having with the game at the time, you know? AAA games were coming out at the time. There was games that people were talking about. Oh, he scooped. I did not expect that. But for me, what I was having the most fun with at the time was Breakout Beyond. So much fun. After that was Rift of the Necrodancer. Another game that came out earlier this year. It's supposed to be like... now I can't remember what the original series is called. I really can't remember. what the original series is called. But it's something about a Necrodancer. They even had a Zelda spinoff and all that stuff. But this one was like a Guitar Hero-ish clone, you know? And it had like a story mode and stuff. And I, again, had a wonderful time with this game when it came out. Played plenty of it. I never ended up playing any of the DLC songs because I know it has songs from like, I think Undertale and Celeste and some other like relatively well-known indie titles. And yeah, fun time with that game, you know? Fun time. I don't remember any of the songs. I don't remember anything like that. I remember that there were definitely songs that I enjoyed. I am not typically the person who puts on what do you call it? Video game soundtracks into my personal music playlist. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I put any of it into my personal playlist because I didn't. None of it was like that for me. That's not to say that I didn't have fun with the game. I had a lot of fun. It's just, if you're wondering, no. You might. I didn't. It's just, video game music doesn't tend to do it for me like that. There's only been like one game that has done it for me like that. And that's I don't even know what that was. Did I go unnecessarily overboard? Okay. People are scooping a lot right now. Interesting. I highly recommend the game though. Rift of the Necrodancer. Next, we'll talk about Terror of Hemosaurus. Not a new game. This game has been out for a while, and I've had it on my Steam wish list for a while. But at the time, I was looking for a game to play, and this game happened to be on sale, so I ended up buying. Now, like I was saying earlier, as a kid, I played a lot of arcade type games. And one of those games was Rampage. I did play a lot of Rampage as a kid. And Rampage, this Terror of Hemosaurus is very much like a... I don't know if the right word is more thought out, but it is, regardless of the fact, I'm gonna end up losing this. So right now the idea is to overwhelm with numbers. A lot of mana. Angel? What the heck is going on here? I'm so confused. Sorry. Okay. We'll just continue. Add any color. Should I force his hand? I think we'll wait it out a little bit longer. Anyway, Terror of Hemosaurus. If you don't know what Rampage is as an old arcade game, basically it's like up to 3 players, and you can choose. Mail 4 cards, return to 2 permanent cards. Oh, great. right, not Dragon Assault. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. That is muy bad. Maybe we'll do this. And then we can go do this. Yeah, there's no point. We'll just leave it as is. I think he definitely has enough for it. Right? I might have... Oh, great. Creature cards? Can't lose the game, can't win the game. Wonderful. Let's go with this. And then we will kill this thing. I wonder if my best option is going to be to just... I have no idea what my best option is. I might be screwed here. Anyway, Rampage, you go through. You attack a city. You're an overgrown monster. If you happen to have like a console version of it, it's 3 players. I don't know if the arcade version was also 3 players. I'm sure it is, because there's like a gorilla, a giant monkey that you play as. There's a lizard, and now I don't remember what the other one is. I don't remember what the other monster is. I really do not. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. I don't think there's much I can do here. Does he kill me off of this? To each planeswalker? No, he doesn't kill me off of that, but it's definitely gonna be pretty damn close. We'll see. We'll do this. Is that what I grab? Do I grab... Man, this is such a hard decision. I don't know if there's any out for me here. I can't survive a second attack. Trying to think. Use my complete and total brain power here. Alright, so I just do this. Just do that, I guess. I don't even remember what I said about Terra and Hewasaurus now. I wonder if that's what I should have been doing. I often wonder, you know. pretty sure that's game now. Yeah, so again, Terrahibosaurus. Back to my roots as a gamer who played a lot of, what do you call it, arcade type games, because you just walk around the city, just destroy the city. You're supposed to try to crumble the city as fast as possible, get a high score. At least that's how Rampage was. And then Terrahibosaurus has a more like defined narrative as to what you're doing, why you're doing stuff like that. I need to attack with 30 creatures. Maybe I'm better off doing this one. So, yeah, it wasn't a very long experience, but I had a good time with it. I tend to have a really good experience with shorter games, more arcadey type games. I'm not a big open world games type of guy, so you will seldom find those types of games on my list, just because they don't really catch me like that. So yeah, if that's what you're expecting, sorry, man, you're not gonna hear about those games here. And I don't really talk about best games I've played as like the best games that came out this year. I talk about it as my favorite games that came out that I played for the first time this year. So anyway, next one would be Hades. Supergiant is actually my favorite game studio of all time. And you would think, with that being said, that I would have played a lot more and beat Hades a long time ago, like when it came out. But I also have this weird relationship with roguelikes. Again, a type of game that is right up my alley. But because they feel very arcadey, and up until recently, they don't normally have like defined narratives, like not super clear narratives, I should say. I typically don't finish them at all. I normally do not finish these games for that reason. Sorry, buddy. We can play at that. We can play 2 at that game. Yeah, so I don't normally finish them. But this year, I actually committed hard to actually finishing Hades. And I had a blast doing it. I had absolutely the best time. Again, they're my favorite. I love them dearly. I think they are incredible at making games. Bastion was a game that I loved a lot. And it was a game that, like, 100% got me into video games again, because there was a point in my life where I was like, I'm not really sure if video games are really for me anymore. I just realized how bad of an idea that was. I lose. Where's my planes, man? So, Supergiant ended up being one of my favorite gaming studio because of Bastion getting me to that point in my life. Hold on. I'll be right back. One of those cases where everything would have been fine had I gotten more lands. I had Cosmo Grand, Zenith, but man, I just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get the lands. So yeah, Supergiant, Bastion, reconvinced me that I do like video games. I just wasn't enjoying the video games I was playing at the time. So I did play Transistor, and I beat Transistor as well. I played Pyre, and I loved Pyre as well. And now I've beat Hades, and I loved Hades. At some point, I will jump into Hades too, and I'm sure I will love Hades as well. But I gave Hades an 8 out of 10. I loved it. I don't know if I said Terra Hemosaurus, but Terra Hemosaurus was also an 8 out of 10. I also really... Yeah, these are all 8 out of 10s that I'm talking about so far. Hades was fun. Having builds was fun. The story was great, which is something I can always count on for what do you call it? Supergiant games. I always love their stories. And again, it's all really started with... Oh, this place is saying hello. It all really started with Bastion. So I am very much looking forward to playing. What is that game called? Hades 2, which is an outlier for them because they're not a studio. I mean, if you know Supergiant Games, you know this. They're not a studio to make sequels. That is not something they typically do. They're normally making one-offs. And she's dead. Wonderful. Well, that's all right. Okay, well, I still could be okay. Especially because he's running through his mana really quickly. We'll do this as well. Yeah, we'll do that. Threaten him with the health gain. Right. Right. Okay, another one of those. And then I'll block Hired Claw because Hired Claw can get stronger, but not enough to really break through and kill my novice. Or maybe it is. I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon. Okay, so I'm going to try and hold off. So what does that end up being? 2. So if he... What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I block? I think I'm just gonna risk it. Because if he ends up using the mana, it's 4, 5. Damn, it's enough. That sucks. Oh my gosh, dude, I just can't catch a break right now. Hades, 8 out of 10. Loved it. Can't wait to play Hades 2. Number 11, we shall do Ball Pit, which did come out this year. I gave that one an 8 out of 10. Again, see, a lot of, I guess, is it a lot of roguelikes? No, it's not a lot of roguelikes, but there are plenty of roguelikes. That's two. Two roguelikes. Again, a wonderful time with Ball Pit. The only part I didn't really like about Ball Pit, I would say, is the city building aspect of it. I wasn't a big fan of that. I don't think it ruined the game or anything, but I definitely wasn't looking forward to it whenever a run ended and I had to go get stuff. You know, that's how I would view that. As in, I just wasn't looking forward to that. Untap his artifact. During. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody use this card. What does this have? I'm going to do this. Okay. And then we will just attack. Can he use this for mana? Oh no, this lets him. Oh, interesting. What an interesting card. Also, I definitely should have used Warden Inner Sky. Anyway, Ball Pit had great time. You like mix together all these different. Again, it's just like a what do you call it? Like a. Hold on. I'm trying to use all my brain power, bro. Okay. It's like a version of Arkanoid or Breakout, like I was talking about earlier. You know, with Breakout Beyond. That's just simply what it is. Like it's just another one of those types of games, except in a roguelike fashion where you're trying to beat bosses and stuff like that. And so the game was definitely right up my alley. It seems like the game gathered attention with a lot of the roguelike audience too, which is really cool. Wait. Oh, I think I might have done the wrong thing. Did I? I'll play it by 7 health. I hope I did the right thing. I have no idea anymore. Okay. Okay. Hold out the driveway. I know. Stupid. We'll do this, I guess. The only reason I'm not attacking with everything is so I can do this. Do I want that? I probably do, because I'm going to need help to attack. Actually, I think I might have this, depending on whether or not he has bounce. Sorry, everybody. I know I'm distracted by this game, but I do love me some Magic the Gathering. You know what I'm saying? So see, he has something. Does he have bounce? That's the question here. Oh, Washi Tong. Maybe we'll get another one of these, actually. Look, that definitely gives me enough to kill Sire of Seven Deaths without giving a whole lot up, you know? I didn't realize it has friggin' reach. I was like for not paying attention. Okay, that's my fault. That is my fault. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about Ball Pit. I had a good time with it, and now everything's gonna crumble beneath my feet with Ugin. I have enough to kill you, so I definitely will. So I definitely will. Okay. Well, then we will simply leave it like that. And maybe we should just rush Ugin, right? I feel like that's what we should do. Is try to get rid of Ugin while we have the upper hand. So I know I'm supposed to be talking about my games, but man, I'm like trying to win this fight. Okay. I'm assuming he's going to block. Unless he happens to have another Ugin in his hands. Either way, if he doesn't, he needs to at least block one thing in order for him to save Ugin. Okay. Okay. Probably, yeah. Okay. And then we will go 1, 2, 3. We're going to see if we can do stuff to our advantage as well. Actually, what I should have done is definitely... Yeah, he's looking for something. I imagine he's probably looking for... Okay. Alright, we can move on to the next one, which is Pokemon Legends ZA. That one is obviously a game that came out this year. A game that I had a great time with. I don't know where the fan base ended up landing on Pokemon ZA. I thought the game was really good. It's the most fun I've had with a Pokemon game for a while. I'm not super big into the Pokemon games. I've played a few. I played X or Y. I don't remember which one. I played Sword or Shield. I don't remember which one. So don't ask because I really don't remember. But I played one of those. Yeah, that makes sense that he's going to go for that. It's kind of what I was hoping for. So he's at 7 now. Okay. Okay, now we'll do this. He's going to aim for another Ugin. The question is, like, should I really be looking to kill him? Should I be looking to kill somebody else? I think I'll leave it like that. For the Fountain Port, or just to pick up some stuff, you know? Whatever he does, I'm fine with. Scry, sure. Scry your 2. Let's try to get rid of... Sure, go ahead. Whatever you're going to do. We'll talk about annoying. I just lost all my heavy hitters. Okay. And that's how we'll leave it. God, that sucks. Aetherize? That's crazy, dude. That is crazy. I gotta kill this thing. Had a good time. Legends ZA. I haven't done the DLC that came out because I know DLC came out, right? I know that that's true. What the heck did he cast? Oh. What's with all these colorless now? I think I might be done here, dude. I don't think there's anything I could do. Maybe there is. Maybe it's not so hopeless. He has blue, so he probably has something to... Something to recall? Mayhaps? How much does this cost him? 4? Aetherize costs 4. But I do really like having my Pokemon follow me around. I like the more action-oriented gameplay of that game. That's not to say that I don't like turn-based RPGs. I love Dragon Quest XI. Although I never beat it, I really enjoyed what is it called? Persona 5. I can't think of... I really like Final Fantasy X. There's also Indivisible. I don't know how people... Again, it's like a lot of games I don't know how people landed on. But for me, I really liked Indivisible. I thought Indivisible was great. So I do like turn-based RPGs. I'm playing freaking... What's it called right now? Sea of Stars, having a good time with that. But I just don't find any of that other stuff very fun or rewarding. Like Pokemon, I should say. I don't find like I don't know if I find the Pokemon loop very fun, to be honest with you. So I have a hard time with Pokemon. But this game I had a lot of fun. Plus, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Gengar. Gengar is in there, and he has his Mega Evolution, and I like his Mega Evolution a lot. I don't know how universal that is, but I like it a lot. So being able to walk around with a Gengar was cool. Also, in all those games, all those other Pokemon games that I've played, I've never once been able to have a Gengar for myself, because you have to trade in order for you to have the Gengar. So because of that, I never have a Gengar, because nobody I know personally really plays the game in the first place. So I kind of end up just being by myself playing these games. And I did try one time to trade in my Pokemon to get a Gengar. And I did it with a random stranger online, which was stupid. But that's what I did. And because of it, the stranger just ran off with my Gengar, and I was so sad. And honestly, it made me quit because I didn't want to play no more, because I think that was for Brilliant Diamond that I did that with, and I tried to trade it in, hoping that somebody would understand the message and just simply hand me it back. But no, that's not what happened, and I was sad. I was so sad to lose my Haunter, which I know evolved at that point. Oh, dude, that really knocked the wind out of me. Anyway, that's for a different game. CA, I had a good time with it. Game was a lot of fun. The action-oriented combat. I like going into the little Pokemon zones and just hitting Pokemon and dodging, rolling around and stuff like that. So, yeah. And then I'll go into my two highest rated games, which is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which is my number one. My number two. And this is the first game I played this year. And that game, oh man, I had a blast with that game. I have a hard time deciding whether or not I liked it more than Metroid Dread. Look at that, we finished it. Holy moly. So let's just finish this talk and then we'll be done. I don't know. But Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown, I had so much fun with. It's a game that I actually 100%ed because after I had beat the main campaign, I just had such a good time that I just decided that I was going to do everything. I don't remember if there's DLC. If there's DLC, I didn't do that. I'm really bad when it comes to DLC. Normally, I don't do DLC. But man, the bosses were super cool. The traversal was super cool. The combat is so much fun. I didn't really pay attention to the story of the game. which is another thing about me. I'm not a big like story in video games guy. So I highly doubt that I paid attention to what was happening in that game. I highly doubt it. I think depending. Okay. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, look at that. We'll do that. Humano. Okay. So he's doing ramp. I also don't tend to finish Metroidvanias. I think Metroidvania is one of the few I've played. I've played to completion, or played to finish. I'd say to end credits, and also, oh my gosh, we're just gonna loop this just because I'm trying to look for something. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. But this was one of the ones that I have beat, and it's really because of the gameplay. The gameplay really hooked me. Like, hooked me so much. And I gotta worry about Titan. That's cool. So I think I know what we have to do. I just have to hope that we can get there, actually. There we are. It's time to be a bully. There we go. I highly recommend that game, though. And it's like my favorite thing that Ubisoft put out in a while. I'm not a big Ubisoft guy either. I haven't really been a fan of them since like the heyday of Splinter Cell and Prince of Persia. So I guess all of that shows my age and stuff. Whatever. I don't care. Oh man, I adore that game. Oh, Yuna's bad. Yuna is bad. Now I'm trying to figure out what I should do. I feel like I should put pressure, because if I don't, I'm going to regret it. I don't want that. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put pressure. Even after he puts Yuna, I could still block. So I'll be okay. Okay. So I don't think he'll be able to attack next turn. He will, however, probably choose the one with that's fine. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to get health. He's trying to remain healthy here. Yeah, he can't really attack because of Warden of the Inner Sky. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Um, yeah, let's just wrap this up, instead of continuing. Um, yeah, I don't remember a whole lot of it because of the fact that I played it so early on into the year. Like I said, it was the first game I played of the year. First game I played and beat of the year. So, man, like I don't really have vivid memories of it. But it is my number 2 game of the year. My number 1 is actually Donkey Kong Bonanza. This game blew me away. I loved it. The destruction I thought was so much fun. There's a thing that I won't really spoil that happens towards the tail end of the game, but like there's stuff that they do towards the tail of the game that I really like. I think the worlds are creative. I don't think they're as creative as Odyssey. I think now that I've spent some time away from it, I think I do prefer Odyssey over Bonanza. At first I wasn't sure, but I do really like the music in this game. And I know that always comes down to the Bonanza powers, but I mean they're just so good, and I like all 4 of them. I think all 4 of them are really good, and they're fun to listen to. I think the transformations are fun. I think the fact that they're not all. I'm trying to think. So there's a snake in Donkey Kong Country, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if there's elephants. I'm trying to remember what are the animals in Donkey Kong Country, because I feel like the animals he turns into are like referential to some of those animals from the Donkey Kong Country series, like the snake. But now I'm trying to remember what other animals he turns into. So I'm pretty sure in the first level of Donkey Kong Country 1, you don't turn into, but you ride like a rhino, right? So that's not really in there. Maybe it's just a snake. I don't know. But yeah, the story was very simple, but I enjoyed the story a lot. It wasn't groundbreaking or anything, but I thought maybe it's just because I have a little daughter too, or 2 daughters. But Donkey Kong and Paulina. I don't remember which one it is. But them going around in this adventure and their relationship, it just does it for me, I just had a good time with it. The post game I thought was a lot of fun. I've heard some discourse on not paywalling with real money, but paywalling with Bonandium gems or whatever. The end game with you have to have a certain amount in order to do the end game content. Or the post game content, I mean. Some people don't like it. I think that you kind of organically end up getting a lot of the bananas anyways, and you don't need all of them to do the post game content. You do need a lot, but you don't need all of them. So I don't know. It didn't take me that long to get to that whole part. I thought the post game content is so much fun. As that was one of my favorite things to do as well in Odyssey. Was go to the darker side of the moon and do all that stuff. I just love Nintendo games that do that. That fun post game where it's like, okay, well, you've beat the game, and now it's time to test you on your mechanics of the game. Let's see how you can handle these platforming challenges and all that stuff. I love it. I love it. Like, one of my favorites is I played this for the first time a few years ago when it first came out. But Super Mario 3D World on my original Switch, and man, I love the post game for that one too. That final, what is it? I think it's called like Champions Road or something. Oh, such a good time. Such a good time, man. Anyway, I've been rambling for long enough. I played plenty of Magic the Gathering. You guys got to see me lose plenty of them and win a few. But I did my dailies. I had 2 because I let them stack. So I'll be back. Is it going to be with more Magic the Gathering? Maybe. I do love Magic the Gathering. But it might be with some 2XKO. I don't know. But in the new year, I'm going to be trying making videos. How consistent am I going to be? I don't know. For right now, let's just try to keep it to once a month. It's easier right now that I'm on vacation from my job, but obviously that'll change whenever I actually go back to work again. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I really appreciate if you watched this video, and if you sat through the entire video of me just rambling and then getting handled in MTG Arena. Thank you. Leave a like. Leave a comment. What were some of your favorite games of the year? What are some games that you were disappointed by? Do you like Magic the Gathering? Post it in the comments below. I appreciate you guys. And Jesus loves you. Bye.